Hello and welcome, I'm Logan with All Paths Taken, and this is part 2 of my 100% walkthrough of Elden Ring. In this episode, I'll be wrapping up what little Limgrave has left to offer before heading into the Weeping Peninsula. As always, we are going for every secret, every item, and every boss, so, fellow Tarnished, rise and join me on my quest to become the true Elden Lord. Now, we are going to be heading to one cave that I already kind of found. It's the Highroad Cave. It's the last cave that I did not get done in the last episode, and the reason that I have it on my map now instead of it being found together with you guys on screen is because your boy here had some technical difficulties. I don't know why, but OBS wasn't really, or I do know why now, but OBS was not really recording my audio, so it's just literally 5 minutes of me just running around doing nothing. So, to give you a recap of what we did, we ran up this side after jumping off by Saint's Bridge. We grabbed a turtleneck over here, and then we go down into the cave. There's a couple items that we did grab in here as well, but overall, nothing too crazy. It's basically been nothing but craftables. So, if you have a torch, you definitely want to use it. This cave is pretty dark, but we're going to run this direction. Is that the way we went? I can't remember. I think that's the only way we can go, right? C, yes. Yes, it is. Alright, so we're going to come down here. All the way to the bottom. And then we have to go this way. Watch your footing, as there's a big hole in this side. Now, I'm not going to go do it again, but I will explain what you're doing. You go this way, and you just keep heading that direction. You can see the white wolf that's directly above me. There is an item over there. It is a golden ruin level 1. So it's only like 100 echoes or 100 runes. Not really anything crazy or super expensive. But if you wanted it, you can definitely go get it. These wolves just come from out of this little pathway. So pay attention to that as well. Now, we're going to drop down here. All the way to the bottom. And now we can go up, which just leads to a dead end. And I know what you're thinking, but that looks like we can go that way. Yeah, no, it's not. It's just some lighting that kind of glitched through a wall. So there's nothing over there, unfortunately. And it's not an invisible wall either. I did try whacking it earlier, and no, nothing from it. But now we have a couple of puppies that we're going to try to take out. Again, this is, as I mentioned in the video, you couldn't hear anything from. Caden Warrior should have come in here with a bigger sword. That way he could have gotten stuff done. But we're going to take a left. And we're going to go up this little path. Because there will be an item hanging on a ledge over here for us to grab. Again, I already grabbed it. I don't remember what it was. I apologize. And then we're going to jump down after we kill this puppy. I was wondering why I wasn't getting attacked like I was supposed to. But then we're going to jump down. And we're going to kill a big white puppy. Whoops. And we got a couple other wolves to kill as well. So, this cave is one of my favorite caves because of one thing that's right up ahead. That direction simply loops around, so it just leads us back to where we were. But this is why it's one of my favorite caves. Look at how cool this cave is. It's so sweet. It's so sweet. I love it. But for now, we're going to heal up because we got a couple of bats to kill. We're going to come over here and kill this one. And then that one will come over. And now we're going to go to the right, or the south, and we got one more to kill. And we get more smithing stone 1s. Now, we do have a layer right below us. Let me see, which way do I want to drop down? I can't remember. I think I go to this first. Yep. We're going to turn that on to see all the bats. We're going to come in the room and grab our item. Smithing stone 2. Got some land octopus this way. Gonna grab the golden rune. You can kill them if you want to, but these things are pretty harmless. And then we're gonna move on into the next section. Alright, so from here, we want to drop down. And then we want to run and jump. And we got to kill a couple more bats. And we got the Shamshir. Thank God I got stamina. I was hoping it was going to fall in the water. Dang it. Oh well. Oh, I missed an item. Dang it. I'm supposed to jump off on one of the platforms, aren't I? Probably. So as I mentioned in my last, or in my unrecorded or one you can't see anymore because I deleted it because there's no audio whatsoever. Ooh. Interesting, interesting. As I mentioned in that video, which again, you're not going to be able to see anything because you can't hear anything and it's not there anymore. There we go. Now I can feel better about myself. Got him. Alright, so as I was saying, what does it say? Old Codger. Yep, you're right. You're right. What was I talking about? I don't remember. I can't remember a thing. That's fine. The octopus distracted me. Now I don't remember. Oh, it's going to bother me. And we get our last item, the Fur Calling Finger Remedy. Alright. Yeet. And then we got our arena over here. What does it say? You ready? Then stomach required ahead. Good point. Good point. Alright. We got that on. I got my axe talisman on. Beauty. We got one of the easiest enemies. All you gotta do is 2 charged R2s. And he's down for the count. No, no. There we go. Is he dead? Pretty much. Ooh, good move, sir. And he's dead. What a difficult boss. What a difficult boss. But I believe spellcasters, that is your talisman that we just got. Oh, raises attack power with lower equip load. JK, I was wrong. Don't listen to me, everybody. I'll just find the items. I won't know what they do. Oh, you know what I was thinking of, though? I was thinking of... Where is it? Oh, I haven't picked it up yet. Never mind. Never mind. There's a blue charm that's like that, or a talisman that's like that, that gives us what I was talking about. But we did that cave, and we have one boss left that I have not fought, and it is yo boy, Tree Sentinel. I can't believe I never went back to go fight Tree Sentinel. I cannot believe it. Also, if you want to talk to White Mask Fare, he will progress his quest line. I'll let you listen to the dialogue because we do have a lot of content in this game and a lot of stuff to go through. So, exhaust his dialogue, and then we can go on our merry way and mess up Tree Sentinel. Now, with Tree Sentinel, I am sure many of you fought this dude so much. I'm just going to run over here because I think I want to see how many stones I have. Because I want to upgrade this greatsword just a little bit. Oh, no, I don't think I have enough. Let me just do that real quick. Alright, there we go. So, now that we have our greatsword to +3, I'm going to rest just in case I die. I come back to this one. It's a little closer to the boss. Gonna run out here and grab a golden rune right next to the post. And then we're gonna use our charged R2. And now we are ready to mess this dude up. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Missed me. Beautiful. I love the charged talisman. I love the charged talisman. I love everything about it. Charge attacks go crazy in this game. Like, if you are someone who considers themselves really good at this game, you're not going to be an Ash of War spammer. You're going to figure out how to do the most amount of damage with just basic attacks. And you're going to walk around the boss like a gangster, like I just did. Beauty. What a pushover, ladies and gentlemen. What a pushover. What a pushover. Alright, so now the only thing we really have left is the Siofra River. I can't remember how to say that. Let me look it up on my walkthrough. Hang on. I got it up. Just give me a sec. Where is it? Where is it? Siofra River. Yeah. Siofra River. Siofra River. So, that is what we will do probably next episode, unless I have time to do it today, because I want to include that in the episode with Stormvale Castle. I did mention in the last episode that that's what we were going to go into this episode with, but I changed my mind. I changed my mind because I want to get my actual weapon that we're going to use before we go do anything in that castle. So, we're going to warp all the way down south. Let's see if I have any health or runes. Oh, I'm so close. Again, I don't think I have enough. Don't think I have enough money. But we're going to warp here. We're going to level up. We're going to go get an unsheath Ash of War. And then we will be good to go. So, you can already see the beetle. We're just going to run at it. Should kill it in probably one swing, maybe two. And we got our Ash of War unsheath. And then we got to get crab eggs. Alright, but now we're going to head south. If you remember in part 1, we ran through this way to get to the Evergaol up there for Bloodhound's Fang, which if you're using that, good choice. It's a very good weapon. Or we can just run straight through and we're going to go to a bridge. We're going to grab a couple smithing stones. And then we are going to move into to grab a Stonesword key. And that's something we can use to do the little dungeon area after or underneath the first steps. Got our smithing stone, Stonesword key, and then we can run right across the bridge to the right here. For a grace. Alright. I'm probably going to cut this out, but I don't think there's anything over here. Alright, so, edited that out. I wanted to see what was over there. I couldn't remember, and I didn't make any notes about it. So, we are going to go this way. Because we got an NPC to talk to. It's Irina. I don't remember your name. What's your name?
Hello? Is somebody there? Might I bend your ear for a moment, please? My name is Irina.
Irina. Gotcha.
I escaped from Castle Morne to the south. The servants there have rebelled. I can't be sure what it is. But I swear I heard frightful howling from all over. My good father secreted me, decided himself to stay. He says, I fear for father's life. The servants are full wrath, filled with hatred for every one of us. They've since come for every one of the companions I escaped with. They haven't spared a soul. I fear it's no different at Castle Morne. Please, I implore you, would you mind taking a letter to my father at the castle? My sole wish is that he escape, even if his honor should be the price. Please. I just want him to be safe.
I guess I can deliver the letter for you.
Then please, take this. Deliver it to my father, who remains in the castle, if you please.
Alright, so nothing bad's gonna happen to that character. Also, I talked about like the seal, the madness seal in the last episode. That's the NPC that will eventually give it to us. We just have to progress a lot farther. Now you can kill all of these enemies. I'm not going to. I'm just gonna ride back here, grab my Morning Star, get on my horse, grab the white flesh. We have a smithing stone 2 and a golden ruin 2 to pick up. And then we're going to keep going this way to kill another beetle for a new Ash of War. I think it's called a Mighty Shot, if I remember correctly. Yep, Mighty Shot. And we're going to come up this way for our next grace. Alright, so from here, we have a merchant right over here. You can purchase the Stonesword key, which is what I am going to do. You can never have too many Stonesword keys. You can also purchase that smithing stone 2, which I think I am going to do as well. Let's see. And then he's got this medallion. Pretty helpful in the early game, but it's not super helpful. You'll find one that has more, or does more later in the game. Let's see. Ah, yes. So this note, if you do want to buy it, you can. Basically, it just says if you take out the queen or the big bad of the group, they will all become docile. So, and all, like, cower in fear. So, what we are going to do to start is we're going to tackle this side of the map. Actually, I'll go get the map piece first so you guys can see where we're going a little bit easier, and then we'll go from there. So, to start, we're going to go this direction, up the little hill over here. Then we're going to fall off to the left, now that we can see our little golden seed tree over here. Grab our golden seed, and now we're going to turn back around. Oh, I went right into that, dang it. And now we're going to turn right around and go and grab our map piece. Now, we're going to take a hard left, and we're going to go up and grab our sacred tear and a couple other small items over this way. So, you can fight all of these different enemies that are up here in this little village. I'm not. There's really not anything really rewarding here. You have just one item up ahead, pretty much. The yellow ember. You got a bunch of madness rats. You got a couple of good materials needed for different crafting and craftables. So you can grab those as well. But there really isn't anything else here that's important. Like, if I've missed an item so far, I think it's like a shield. And it's not a very good shield at that. So there's not much here to really worry about or try to go through all of this craziness in order to get it. But I did want to come this way to grab this grace. If you ever wanted to come back to this side of the map, you now have a much easier and faster way to get here. And I wanted to rest to reset the area. Alright, so up here, we're going to now go into this church. That is right up top. We got to pick up our sacred tear. And then we got to pick up our first incantation, the Flame of Frenzy. Which is a really cool incantation. Like, it's one of my favorite incantations in the game. And then we got to come back this way to grab my shield. Knew there was a shield over here. Told you guys. Y'all didn't believe me. Ooh, I see money. I wasn't talking about that money. I was talking about this money. Alright, now we can head back down to our other grace. Now, when we get back to the bottom, we are going to go use that jump pad right behind the Grace. You might be able to see it through those trees over there. And then we're going to solve our first puzzle at a rise, or a tower where we can unlock new memory slots and other things of that nature. Alright, so we're going to come this way. We have to activate the puzzle by hitting the book. We have this dude appear. We got one turtle there. Turtle number 2 is hiding in the bush. And then turtle number 3, as you might have already seen, is hiding right over here. Now the rise is open. So my spellcasters, you can climb up this ladder and go get your memory slot at the top. There we go. Now you have an additional spell slot that you can have for magic. You can also get additional spell slots for, I believe, just leveling up mind. I could be wrong, though. I don't remember. I know they did that in Dark Souls 3, so I imagine they did something similar for Elden Ring. But now, up here, there isn't really anything beneficial. Like, there's a tower that doesn't really give you any cool items other than craftables. That's pretty much it over here. And then there's a spot that looks like it gives you something cool for gravity magic right over there. Those purple sphere locations over there. There's nothing. There's nothing over there that's useful. You have an Onyx Lord and he doesn't give you anything for killing him. So no Ash of Ore, no weapons, no nothing. But that big purple sphere there floating in the middle of the whole grave site or digging site. That's just for the Alabaster Lord to pop up. Otherwise, there's nothing over that way. Nothing. It's stupid. That's one of the things that I don't really care for with Elden Ring, is that they got areas like that in the game. And I don't mean like that every area needs to have something crazy, but like, why not give it something rewarding like this up here? So if you're a spellcaster, you're going to want to come grab these. Your Starlight Shards. Starlight Shards give you more FP. So if you're someone who's a magic user or you spam Ash of Wars like nobody's business, that's going to be very beneficial for you. Alright, so from here, I don't think we can get up there unless you're really good at platforming. Let's see. Am I? Nope, that's fine. We're going to go back and jump down all the way to the jump pad. And now we're going to jump onto the rampart. Because we got a couple of items right in here. We have a warming stone. And we have the great turtle shell. So if you ever wondered where to find that, and you've seen people in PvP or seen some crazy builds online, you now know where they are. Alright, where's my jump pad again? Right over here. Alright, so we have now done everything in that little section. Now, let me, really? Because the golem sees me? That's annoying. Alright, let's upgrade my flask. Forgot to do that from the last episode. Don't have enough to level up, that's fine. So, we've done everything in this little section. Or wait, JK, no we haven't. I lied. I'm dumb. I'm wrong. There's a Catacombs. It just came back to me. My brain is slow, but it works. Right, we got a Catacombs. Let me see if I can find my stuff. I believe we do. Hang on. Can't find it in my notes. Oh yeah, there it is. It's the Impaler's Catacombs. And there it is. Beauty. Alright, so let's move on into the catacombs. Let's see, there's going to be 2 enemies on the stairs. One is going to be immediately on the left. And then the other is going to be down near the bottom of the stairs. Still alive, what a legend. Alright, so from here, we want to run down the tunnel. There will be some that you can see dropping down. Again, you want to try to aggro them one at a time. I don't know about you, but I'd just rather get hit by daggers than hit by daggers and everybody else's weapons. Gotta grab this. Calm down. Beauty. Alright, now, where do we go? Don't remember. Gotta check my notes. Head straight there, next room. Under giant trap. Straight there is nothing in the next room other than a trap, so there needs to head right. Ah, okay. So there's nothing in here other than a trap and some glowwort. And then we're going to turn back around. We're going to go under a big trap from the ceiling. So you got to look up, see all the spikes. Oh, that's cool. You see the skeletons in it. That's cool. You're just going to have it happen. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I got to go up. I thought it was going to come down. But we want to run over here. We're going to roll off. And then we're going to run back. Whew, just barely made it. And then we're going to drop down. You're going to grab your flowers that you see. And then you don't need to kill anything in here. Just run around to grab your items. These guys endlessly spawn. And I believe there's also crabs that will spawn too. Or other really annoying enemies. So we're just going to grab all the items we see. And then move into the area with our ladder. And up here we got our lever. Oh, I even read that. Dang it. That's fine. And then we're going to jump through the window. And we are back here right at the door. Now, for this boss fight, you're going to want to rest. And then just run right back to the boss fight. Because it is another watchdog. But the watchdog's got friends. It's really annoying. So, you have a watchdog and 4 imps that are going to try to kill you. The plan is pretty simple. Kill imps first, then kill watchdog. Let's level up real quick, and then we'll run through and go to the boss fight. So, down the stairs. Try to avoid all of the tomfoolery. Oh, he almost got my toasties. And now we're going to drink. And we're going to walk in. And now we got imps to kill. Oh no. I missed. No stun. Ouch. Whew. That's okay. I needed a heal. Dude, come on now. Oh, there's another imp right in front of me. Couldn't see him, though. That's so creepy how he just runs at you. Alright, now we got our boss fight. Oh, I didn't put Golden Vow on. What's wrong with me? Oh, good move. Is he dead? Nice. Woo! That was easy. Little hectic, but easy. I think the important thing in that fight is just to not stand in one spot. Don't stand in one spot and you'll be perfectly fine. And it also probably wouldn't hurt to use some daggers or something, or cracked crystal or crystal daggers, something like that, to make the enemies fight each other. Now, since it is night, we warp back to our Grace, the Castle Morne Rampart, and now we can fight another Knight's Cavalry. Might as well since we're here. This one isn't any harder than the one in Limgrave. I missed. I disagree. I don't believe that hit me. Oh, I missed. So did he. Oh, he didn't that time. Oh. Oh. Dang it. Man, this horse is just hanging on for dear life right now. There we go. Simple enough. Simple enough. Alright, let's see. Do I want to go get my item or my weapon now? I kind of do. That's way over here in this shack. It's the Zweihander. But I think we are going to... yeah, we're going to run. We got our weapon and we got our... Ash of War, excuse me. Tired. Tired a little bit, not much. Alright, so we're going to run on our horse. We're going to go north by northwest. We're going to go up this way. There is absolutely nothing in that tower. Just so you know. Kind of made me mad. Because I did go exploring around it, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. This is up here, and there's just nothing. This grace is also not really needed. If you want to get it, you definitely can. We are going to go all the way across the bridge. Actually, let's get that grace. Since I'm not going to the cave yet, and I'm going to get the heals first, we do need to get the grace. So, I'm wrong. It's not useless. Who just died? I just saw a health bar appear and then disappear. I don't know who died. That was weird. Alright, so we're going to run over here. Cross the bridge. We're going to jump over Sleeping Beauty. And then we're going to run all the way to the north again. As we see another church. Again, you could fight these dudes if you want. We'll fight enough of them throughout the gameplay. Throughout the game, we don't need to fight more now. But we're going all the way up. We're going to grab that sacred tier that's in here. And then we will be good to go from there. Alright, now out here, we got a couple items to grab, if memory serves me. We have lead grease, and we got a shield. And now we're going to run south, and we're going to go across, or come across some ruins to the west. And you can probably already see past that tree, or you could have before it went behind the tree, that there's another church over this way, and that's what we're going for. All the heals. All the heals. Oh, we got some rats in here. We're going to grab our beast liver. And then we're going to go down into the dark cave, where we will have more enemies to kill. Don't get hit by the Splody arrow. Splody arrow hurts real bad. We got the page guard. Cool. Nice. And then we're going to open the door, and we're going to get our new weapon, the Halo Scythe. It's pretty cool. Or the Winged Scythe, not the Halo Scythe. Hi, Rat. You coming to say hi? Alright, now we are going to leave the Evergaol as is for the moment. We're going to go up and grab our next sacred tier. And then we're going to fight this dude for probably one of the best seals in the early game. Another sacred tier. And let's pop them up. Give us more health per heal. Alright. So now, if memory serves me, we will pretty much always heal our whole health bar as of right now, with how small it is, in one drink. Now we're going to use the stone sword key on this. And we're going to go in and fight a Zamora warrior who's got frost in the second phase. Alright, so boom. Bam. And charge attacks. Look at that damage. My god. Just need some heavier armor. And he's going to be absolutely destroyed. He's gonna come back with a thrust. Dang, this dude's posture's just not breaking. It's kind of wild. There it is. For the win, baby. Heck yeah. Right as Golden Vow ran out too. That was cool. But we got Radagon's Scar Seal. Pretty good talisman. Pretty good. I believe that's one of our talismans that we need, right? Nope, I was wrong. It's Radagon's Sword Seal that we need. We get back to where I was on my notes. Alright, beautiful. Head south along the middle to find a new cave. Okay. Oh, that's right. Can't use your horse on there for some reason. Alright, so there is a cave, I believe, up here in the trees. I'm gonna go back and rest first before we go into the cave. Yeah, we're doing fine on health. Again, if you're somebody who's dying a lot, probably be a smart idea to get your health up to 30 or 25 before you start leveling up your main stat again. I'm choosing to do more strength because my weapon that I'm going to pick, the Zweihander, requires a lot of strength, and I want to make sure I can use it. Alright, where is my... where's my cave? Should be in one of these treed areas. Hang on, where is it? Huh. I feel like I wrote my notes wrong. There's supposed to be a cave over here somewhere. When I come back, or I'll come back once I find it. Ah, that's right. I didn't go south. I put down the wrong direction. Whoops. Okay, I found it. Yeah, you literally go straight south to these trees. I was looking at the wrong trees. Whoops. Well, that didn't take me very long to figure out. Now we got the Tombsward Cave. Do I have enough to level up? I do not. Oh, that's because I just leveled up. I'm a dingus. Alright, so we're going to put our torch back on, and we're going to follow the path down. There's going to be 2 enemies in here. Oh, I got poisoned, dang it. Well, that's fine. Then, let's see. Kill every enemy. I can do that. We're going to go on the left first. And we're going to kill all these dudes. Dude, I'm already poisoned. You guys should be able to tell. Alright, they are dead. Came from that way. Want to grab that item. Alright, now what does it say? Take the path to the right, follow it for a cookbook. Alright, so we're going to take the path to the right. There's an enemy in there. We got a couple of rats to kill. And a big rat, if my memory serves me. Then we got some white meat and a white meat and a cookbook. There we go. That's how words work. And then we got another big rat right here. Easy enough. Now I can come in here. Couple of crafting items. Then we can go up top for a couple of flowers and an item. Alright, so from here, you can kill the flowers. Grab some poison darts. And now we are at the boss fight. So this boss is a... Oh, that's the wrong thing. This boss is just one of those big flowers that loves to do a lot of stuff. If you have fire grease, or you make your weapon fire, it'll work pretty well to get through it. That's a lot of damage. Oh, I disagree. You don't get to be mean. Alright, there we go. We get a stamina medallion. And then we can go back to the entrance. Alright. Now we want to warp back to the church, and then we're going to go get my weapon. Alright, hopefully I have enough to buy it. I don't remember how much it costs. But we're going to go... Whoa, wrong stick. Right over here to this shack. Show you where a new merchant is. And then we can go from there. And we will come back for what we got going on in here. Actually, you know what? Screw it. We'll go in here now. We come through this. We gotta kill a big ball. And then we can go right down here. And now we see our sorcerer. Is there coming? I hear him. Nope, not coming. And now we see a sorcerer.
It will do no good, I swear it.
I believe this is Sorcerer Sellen. God, I cannot talk today. My goodness. Hey, you're not supposed to be in here. And then we get Ambush Shard. No! Bad enemy. So I believe that is Sorcerer... Why? Why? Why are they all down here? Oh my god! This is really annoying. I just wanted to look at my map. So, as I was saying before I got so rudely interrupted, we now have Sorcerer Sellen there, and, for some reason, Sorcerer Sellen is also there. I don't remember lore-wise why that is. I think, like, what we see is her actual projection when we're at, like, the spot where we first found her, and this, I believe, is her actual self. I don't remember. Or it could be a situation where she's got, like, a twin sister type of deal. I don't remember off the top of my head. I'd have to look into the lore again to figure out why. That's something Vadi Video would definitely be able to tell you. But here, we're going to get our next grace. And then we got our Zweihander in here being sold by the merchant.
How can I help?
Ooh, he's got a lantern too. Oh, and 3 Stonesword keys. Well, you know your boy's going to have to buy that. Just gonna have to sell some stuff I never planned on using. Like that. And that. And that. Any weapons that kind of suck? That one. That one. Let's see. I don't ever really plan on using these shields. The Grey Turtle Shell I'm definitely keeping. That's an awesome shield. Same with that one. Let's see. Oh, that's right. I take increased damage for this. Useless. 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 Ooh, I like the Caden pants, though. I'll keep all of these for now, I think. Alright. I can buy 2. Nice. And he's even got some 3s for me. Man, this merchant is awesome. Alright. So, we have the Zweihander. The Zweihander's pretty cool. Nice, I can one-hand it already. Sweet. Alright, so we got our colossal weapon, baby. That's pretty cool. Now, how much I can't hit the right buttons ever, I swear. 117 and 117. Really? This is already just stronger flat out. Dope. That's sweet. So, we're going to swap the Ash of War. We're going to put on Golden Vow. Now, technically we're doing less damage, but it's not the end of the world. Once we kill a couple more enemies and a couple bosses, we'll level this puppy up and we'll be stronger in no time. But now what we're going to do is we're going to come over here for the Total Mausoleum. There is absolutely nothing up there, and I mean that this time. Like, I believe that tower up there is a trap tower. So, when you run up there and open the chest, it basically has nothing on it, or nothing in it for you to do. But now what we're going to do, you don't need to clean all of these. You just need to get enough for it to start sinking into the ground. I don't know why it took so long to be aggravated, but... And there we go. So this is where you'll be able to get some remembrance weapons. If you wanted to get both weapons for a remembrance boss, instead of going through 2 playthroughs, you just come over to the Turtle Mausoleum right here by the door. And each mausoleum will essentially allow you to see the remembrance one more time. You can get it to either grab the other item or 2 of the same items, I believe. So you can get 2 of the same items, or you can just get it to use the runes. Why? Why can't I be on my horse? That's illegal. Alright, so we're going to run this way for a grace. I should also mention as well, since we were just talking about things where there's basically nothing. Up here, you got octopus that are guarding like a craftable, I believe. And then over in this area through the whole sandbar, absolutely nothing. Like, I think there's 1 craftable or 1 rune, and that's it. Like 1 little rune item, gold rune item, and that's it. There's nothing throughout the sandbar. So I feel like the Weeping Peninsula was just something that they kind of added to it. They didn't want to give it the Limgrave treatment. Let's just put it that way. Where there's something to do in every area of the map, and it's all really cool. Like, there's just some stuff here that's like, that's it? That's all you put in it? So, kind of a bummer. But at the same time, I also understand it. I get it. Alright, where am I going? I gotta look at my stuff. Ah, yes. I gotta go up to the land octopus so I can go fight the avatar. Let me work back. It'll be faster. So here. It'll be so much faster on my PS5 Pro. Oh, look at the speed. Like, there are several people that are like, oh, it's not worth buying a PS5 Pro. And I'm not telling you need to, because my PS5 works very well. So yes, I have a PS5 and a PS5 Pro. I'm one of those guys. My PS5 Pro is so much better than a PS5. Like, the load times in every game that I've played on it are redonkulously fast. Like, holy cow, they're fast. Again, nothing over there. You do not need to go there. It's just some knights. And there's nothing really crazy that they drop. Then you got up here a scarab, which I believe you gotta kill everything. Oh, just kidding. It's a Healy dude. A Healy bug. So not worth it. So we're just gonna run by. Oh, come on, game. Let me jump. There we go. Now we are up by the minor Erdtree. These things just have some smoldering butterflies if you run through it. And then we're going to go around the tree on the right. All that does is going from the right instead of the left is has those enemies de-aggro. So we have a little bit easier time coming up to the boss fight. And the boss is right on the other side of this jar. So we're going to buff ourselves. And now we can go mess this dude up. Why am I not two-handing? Beauty. God, I love big swords. And I love that this one's a thrust too. So when you see this attack, just run. If you have played Dark Souls 1, 2, or 3, where you got the gray demons, that's all this fight is. It's just a revamped version of that fight. If you have not fought them, this is pretty standard and typical for how this fight goes. He doesn't have a very wide range of attacks. It's pretty straightforward. Hits like a truck though, just so you know. Oh, that's hurt. I got a charge attack too. And mine's better. Alright, there we go. And then we get a couple more cracked tiers or crystal tiers for our physic. We got the bubble tier and we got the crimson burst crystal tier. Alright, for now, we're going to warp right back up here to our church. Or do I want to go back to the other one? Yeah, let's go over here. That's what I have in my notes. All right. Let's see. Oh, no runes. That's right. Okay, so from here, where am I at? Where am I again? Oh, that's the wrong one. Dang it. South of the lookout tower. That's what I was looking for. Whoops. I was wondering why it looked weird. But we are going to go down. We got our ruins to investigate. Grab a couple items from. Kill a Demi-Human queen. And then we will be all good from there. So head west from your grace and you will eventually run into these ruins where there are demi-humans everywhere. When you get into this big room, we want to buff ourselves. And then we're going to go to town on the queen. Okay, queen, if you could stop running, that'd be great. Oh my god, queen. There we go. Now pretty much all of them will stand down. So if you want to kill them, you definitely can. We got a falchion. Nice. One of them dropped. A falchion. That's pretty cool. Now we got 2 more Arhcer leaves. Now we can keep running this way because I believe we got another tier over here. And this is a Faith Knot crystal tier. This is for you faith builds out there, which I will eventually rock. All it does is give you more holy damage. It's pretty cool. Alright. But now I believe we have a few more spots in the ruins to grab some items. Just gotta run through to find them. I literally just wrote grab items in there. I didn't grab anything else. Or didn't write anything else. So. We got to jump in there with our horse, open it up, and then we got a chest. Boom. Shield of the Guilty. I can't remember. Doesn't this one have like a special ability or something? Let's see. Ah, yes. It's a shield that has shield bash. There you go. And it has bleed. That's what it was. Alright. But that was the big thing that we wanted to grab from those ruins. Now, we are going to head over here to the thing that looks like the butthole in the ground, right in the crack. Which is just past these poison flowers. And this is where we can get another really strong weapon from the, for the early game. It's the Rusted Anchor. It's pretty cool. It's a weapon that just makes me laugh. Alright, so we come down here, grab our stones. Again, never take the elevator down. We almost always want to go with the side path, as there's almost always something for us to grab. But now we're going to rest. I don't think I have enough to level up. We'll see. Nope. But now we're going to run through. We have Misbegotten everywhere. Alright, so we got those dead. Now we're going to run across the gap. Climb up the ladder for another Misbegotten. Or, excuse me, not a Misbegotten. Another Stone Digger. I'd really love for you to drop a pickaxe, because those are really cool. It's a great hammer with an axe moveset. Not a great axe moveset, an axe moveset. So it's pretty cool how it works. At least that is what I have been told. God, the Zweihander's so fun. Just staggers everything. And beats up everything. And it looks really cool. Like, it's one of the smaller colossal weapons, but it just looks, arguably it looks the best out of any colossal weapon. Alright, now that all the enemies are dead down here, we can keep moving forward. I believe we want to go this way. Nope, that's the way forward. There's the side path that I want to take. I believe the side path is on the other side. Yep, here we are. This is what I wanted. Got our exalted flesh. We can take a lap, because I believe there's a somber stone behind, which there is. And we got one more big boy over here to beat up. Pickaxe? Oh, that's a bummer. Alright, nothing over there. Now we can go forward through the rest of the tunnel. Alright, so we're going to heal. Then we're going to run to the left. and kill everything over here. When we start fighting this one, most likely the others will be alerted as well, so be prepared. Wow. Yep, here they come. Shouldn't be a problem for the Zweihander. Alright, let's heal up. Then we got to do a jump attack. And he's dead. Well, that was quick. Alright, now we can run over here. Grab another Arhcer leaf. Arteria leaf, not Arhcer, excuse me. And we get more smithing stones. Make sure you look along the walls to make sure you grabbed all of them. Or you have grabbed all of them. And this is our boss room. But before we go there, we got one other section with a couple items in it that we got to grab. Just right down here. Nice soft cotton. No, that is not an invisible wall. I believe the tunnels that have invisible walls don't start showing up until we have... until we've reached Altus Plateau. Which won't be for a few more episodes. Because we got... Stormvale Castle and Siofra River, which are probably going to be its own level, or its own video. Then we have Liurnia, which is probably going to take 2 because of how massive that area is. And then we have Caelid that we're going to go through, and then we're going to go to Altus Plateau. Alright, buff. And buff. And now we start going to town. Absolutely wild how much damage this weapon does, and it's not even leveled up. Just from putting on Sacred Vow and the Charge Talisman, you can be brokenly strong. Brokenly strong. The Rusted Anchor, though, is pretty cool. Let me show you. Actually, we'll put it over here. So how this weapon works... It's just a big hammer that you bonk things with. And it does pierce damage, which a lot of the heavy armored weapon, like your Banished Knights, your Commander Niles, all of those guys are pretty weak to. I believe it does pierce. Yep, pierce. Great Axe pierce. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. But we're rocking with this Zweihander. Alright, now that I got about 8,000, I can go back to the Church of El and level up my weapon. Alright, had a sip of my water. And we got to upgrade. Hopefully I have enough money. Oh, didn't want to do that. Well, that's fine. The torch can be leveled up. Alright, so we have done pretty much everything throughout this area. I don't believe I've missed any caves. Let me see if I have... oh, I did miss a cave. Dang it. We want to warp to that Lookout Tower Grace. We want to head northwest past the Demi-Human ruins. So we're just heading down. We're going to keep heading northwest. And eventually we will come to the Bear Ruins. I completely forgot about them. Good thing I looked at my notes. Hang on, where are they? They up here? No, where is it? Head northwest, ruins, kill the queen, continue north past the ruins to grab a faith knot, follow the edge of the cliff. Ah, There we go. That's what it was. Follow the edge of the cliff. And then I believe there's a way or a place where it is. Ah, there we go. This is my drop down that I was looking for. Bingo. It's been a few weeks since I've made my walkthrough prep, so I'm almost done with Liurnia by the time I'm recording this, so. Oh, I almost fell. Did you see that? There's loose ground right there. But we got the turtleneck, and now we want to do this. Yeah, make sure, I should mention, make sure you run around this. You don't want to walk on that. That will break, that'll fall, and then you'll not have a good time. Because, if I remember correctly, there's a boatload of rats down here. Wow. Yep, thrust attacks are definitely the way to go. Alright, rats. Dang, that's a lot of damage. Woohoo! Alright, now we can go in here where we have even more rats. Alright, so we're going to drop down all the way to the bottom. And then, I believe this is our boss room. Let's see. Boom, stay near the butt. Yep. So, when you fight this thing, try to stay near the butt. That's basically it. Otherwise, it is a pretty straightforward fight. You can use different pots and bleed to do a lot of damage. Fire is also a good choice. But overall, you just want to stay near the butt. Now, the charge attacks do go away. The visceral attacks do go away very quick. So you got to be efficient with how you get up there. Nice! And there's our Ruin Bear. We get a Trina's Lily, a Spelldrake Talisman, and a Smoldering Butterfly. I believe that's it in this cave. Nice. And there we go. We got the Earthbore Cave done. Alright, so now we did Morne Tunnel. So now we have done everything in the upper half of the Weeping Peninsula. Now we're going to go back to Castle Morne Rampart, and we are going to head south. But before I go anywhere, I got to buy the rest of the Stonesword keys that I need. Oh, JK, I did already. Did you guys know I did that? I got to do that from over here. With this dude.
Unusual to this ape.
Alright, so we want that. I'm going to grab those, and we'll buy that as well. So now, since we have our lantern, we do not need the torch anymore. All you're going to do with your lantern is you're going to put it on one of these 4 slots. So now, whenever we want to use our lantern and we need light, we can just go to here, or we can just simply hold triangle, and now boom, we got our lantern. And then boom, we got our lantern off. It's nice. It doesn't light up as bright as a torch, but I like it more because you can use two-handing, or you can two-hand your weapon, which there's a lot of weapons that I want to showcase that have two-handing as kind of a need. But now, we are going to run down towards... Oh, hang on 1 second. I got to put on something that we will need. We're going to put on some kukri, because we got a scarab to kill. But before we do the scarab, we're going to run all the way down south. Try to hug the wall on your right. You can also go up the hill and avoid getting shot by the guardian golem and his big arrows. But as long as you can see him coming, you'll be just fine trying to dodge him. It's a good idea, though, to try to hide behind the rubble. That way you don't have to really worry about dodging. Alright, this one he might get me. Haha! Alright, now we might be able to kill this thing in 2 hits. Oh my goodness. Dude, you are not having a good day. My man. We got some great arrows, which is pretty cool. Now we're going to go southeast. I should have got the grace, but oh well. That's fine. We can ride back. We can ride back to it. He's not going to spawn in again. But we're going to come out here towards the angry jellyfish. We got the somber smithing stones to grab. And an Artaria leaf. I cannot say that word. Artaria leaf. There we go. So from there, we can now move northwest. And we should see a little poison swamp area over here. And there is a beetle on the inside that we should be able to see. And there's also an item up top. We're going to come up here on this middle pillar. Grab the golden rune. And then there should be a beetle somewhere that we will try to kill. Where is my beetle? Huh. Weird. It's supposed to be there. Let me read my notes. Ah, north of the swamp, there is a teleporting beetle. Ah, I read that wrong. Ah, so when you see it white like this, and you ever wondered how to get it, you either hit it with range attacks, or you chuck a kukri at it, and you're good to go. And boom, you get poison mist. Now, we can go all the way north up here by the wall. I don't remember if it's on that part or if it's up above, but we get some more smithing stones that are on a body. And there we go. Now, we're going to go down to this little section, and we are back by our grace. Now, I am going to rest and pass time tonight, because it's about time we fight a death bird. Alright, so hop back on Torrent, and we're going to go back on the wall. We're going to hug the wall, and eventually we will find a deathrite bird coming out of the sky. This one, I believe, will drop an axe. Should be right over here. a lot of damage, buddy. It's a lot of damage. Oh, man. You are not having a good time, are you? Woo-hoo-hoo! That is some good damage. And there we go. Deathbird is dead. Alright, I can't remember if there's anything over here. I don't think there is. And we got the sacrificial axe. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Now we can head back south over to Castle Morne, because there's pretty much nothing over here. I'll take a lap just to show you. But nothing here other than this little scarab that I guess I can kill. All that does is give me my heals back. But no caves, no catacombs, no nothing. Now we are back at Castle Morne. Alright, so from here, we can rest. And then we can level up strength again. So from here, there isn't really anything left to do in the Weeping Peninsula. So all we really have is just Castle Morne, and to get our first legendary armament. So when you get to the top of the elevator, we are going to take a left, and we're going to grab some smithing stones and kill a couple dogs. Alright, so from there, we're going to look at that monstrosity of stuff. I don't really recommend killing all of them. You definitely can. Actually, you know what? We'll show you. I'll show you the best way to do that. We're just going to run heavy attacks on the dogs. And then by that time, we're going to look at a point where we basically will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 enemies chasing us. If you don't have a very good weapon to kill them out in 1 to 2 hits, then you're going to want to make sure that you are trying to alert them one at a time. Because if you can't take them out one at a time, or take out 2 at a time, 3 at a time, it's going to be really hard for somebody to get through this little bit. God, the Zweihander is amazing! Woohoo! Baby! Just mowing them down. Oh. On my walkthrough prep, I was like, what weapons should I use for the early game? Should I use the Bloodhound's Fang? Should I use the Zweihander? And I'm like, you know, my instincts are telling me Bloodhound's Fang, but man, does the Zweihander have its uses. Oh yeah, that cleared it out real fast. And I'm not saying the Bloodhound's Fang wouldn't, but depending on how high you level that thing right away, it might not do what you want. You know what I mean? So we are at this point where we grab the Claymore, another really good greatsword. If you're going to look for a frost build, like we're going to try to have later in the game, one of my favorite builds to use, and one of my favorite builds to do, I should say, is a frost build with 2 greatswords, the Dark Moon Greatswords and Dark Moon Greatsword and the Claymore. It is ridiculous how much frost you can get off. Like every enemy in the game, whether they are weak to frost or not, they're going to get frostbite. It's awesome. Alright, so from here, we now have a sleeping Pumpkinhead. You do not need to fight him if you don't want to. I just cannot believe how much ridiculous damage we're doing with the Zweihander. We're going to pick up some smithing stones on the left. He dropped a sanctuary stone. And we got one more enemy to kill down here. Then we got to go up top. I should also remove those before they become a problem. I don't know about you guys, but I've had a problem before where I have one extra item in that little menu. And I end up just hitting down arrow because I'm used to only having 2 items. And then next thing you know, I'm throwing a dagger instead of healing. And then I die. And I get real upset. And I blame the game because it's totally the game's fault that I died there. Definitely not mine. I never make mistakes. You guys know that. But we got a dude here. We got a body that we got to grab some runes off of. And we got a couple of jump attackers. Calm down. That was a good shot. And there we go. Next, we're going to take a right. We're going to fall down. Now we're going to move this way to grab a stone and to have a little ambush. Beauty. Smithing stone 2. Now we're going to run back. We're going to go up and grab a ladder and we're going to take a left. Or go grab the ladder and take a left. So nothing over here. There is a grace over here, but if you fall down, you cannot get back in to the castle, so you don't want to go down yet because we do need to talk to our NPC over here up top on that little section. So that means killing everybody. And the reason I say kill everybody is because you're not going to be able to warp anywhere because everybody's going to see you. Whew! I didn't realize I was that low on health. Whoops. I was talking. Back in action, baby. Oh, I didn't realize that they all died and stayed dead with permadeath. That's wild. Alright. Misbegottens are dead. Now we can move on to our NPC. I'd have been really upset if I died again. Not gonna lie. Alright, so we got our dude.
There's a face
basically a banished knight.
I'm Edgar, warden of this castle, as ordained by Lord Godric himself. But you can see how things have turned out. The menials have all rebelled. They gave me good service, or so I thought. But it seems it was all an act. Foul creatures, as it said. And true enough, they're foul inside and out. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but whatever you come here to do, I'm afraid Castle Morne won't hold much longer. Take this, by way of apology.
Thank you, but that's not why I'm here.
I see. From Irina. Thank you. I'm in your debt, but I can't leave yet. Even if the castle should fall, as commander, I must remain to ensure the treasured sword of Morne does not fall into the wrong hands.
But why not just take it and leave? You know what I mean? Just take it and leave. I know it's heavy. I've wielded it many times. But just take it and leave, dude. Not that hard. Not that hard to figure out at all. Alright, so we're going to run this way. And then we are going to jump over this little wall. And now we are at our next grace. We're going to rest. And then we're going to continue on through the castle. Alright, so don't run and jump onto that roof. we want to actually fall off right on this little edge. Grab the stone sword key. And then we're going to run this way. Grab the weapon and then leave. Now we don't need to fight anybody, honestly. Except this big boy over here. God, that's so much fun. Alright, so there we go. He's dead. Now we're going to go up and grab a talisman. Should be a chest right back here. And it is the Twin Blade Talisman. I believe this talisman... Oh, thank God. I was like, this isn't Night Rain. I was like, I believe that talisman is what enhances your finishing attacks. So if you do a combo, the last attack of the combo is what's going to have extra damage. Again, another little healy one. It's not really worth your time unless you do need the heals. Then we're going to run this way. When you jump down, jump onto the wood. And then we're going to take the wood beams down. Grab the smithing stone. Angle your camera accordingly. Fall onto the next one. Alright, where's my door? There's my door. No, is that my door? Yeah, there's my door. So now, how we want to do this is we want to fall down onto the area where the door is, so we can get out immediately, so we can fight the rats in a better location. That way we don't die. And I'll kill this dude, because I can't remember if he gets aggroed when we grab this. But we got our whip. Now we're going to run out and take a left until we find our grace. Alright, then, from our grace... Actually, I'll go rest. Just to make sure I get all my heals back. I can't remember if I have 6 or 7 heals. I did have 7. Gotcha. So we're going to run this way. And jump off the little ledge. And there really isn't anything over here other than... I want to say there's... let me see. Yeah, nothing over there. You'd think there would be an item over there, but the item is actually over here. And even over there, there's nothing. And there we go. Now, for this boss fight, you have the Misbegotten Lionel. If you have a shield that can parry, or a buckler shield that has the buckler parry, which is your larger windows, you can parry this boss very easily. It's actually a really fun fight, though, so I don't recommend that, honestly. I recommend you learn it. It's pretty cool. Buff ourselves as we walk in. And we start whacking this dude till he staggers. Beautiful. Whoo! A lot of damage, buddy. Whoo! Got him out of the air. And there we go. Grafted Blade, Great Sword. That is your first legendary armament. Congratulations. But now, we gotta warp back. And I believe we gotta warp back to the lift. So let's level up real quick. Just in case we die on the run back. So I misspoke when I talked about Golden Vow on the last episode. Golden Vow essentially just buffs your attack power and defense. This weapon is what I was talking about with buffing every stat. So it raises all attributes for a duration. I think it's like 10 seconds, 15 seconds. It's ridiculously strong. Very overpowered. But in my opinion, it's got one of the more boring movesets, because if you use this at the start of the game, you still have Liurnia, you have Caelid, you have Altus Plateau, you have Lindell, the royal capital, you have Mount Gilmer, you have Mountaintop of Giants, you have Consecrated Snowfield, the Halig Tree, and then the DLC as well. And you have all of the areas underneath all of the main regions. In my eyes, it doesn't have a good enough moveset for me to want to use it the entire time. It's a ridiculously strong weapon, though. But it's not a weapon that I would recommend using for an entire playthrough. Like, if there's somebody you're really stuck on, like a Malenia, and you just need flat-out damage, oh, absolutely. Go to town. That thing will do its job. But honestly, I'd rather you find a weapon that has a really cool moveset, really diverse moveset, and it forces you to play the game in a variety of different ways, or in a way that involves a lot more than just hitting R1 or R2. Like, if you have an Ash of War, that's pretty good, but you don't have one that's super spammy, like Corpse Piler with Rivers of Blood, or Moonveil, or anything else that's really spammy. Then the game gets really fun, because it gives you the opportunity to actually learn how to fight everything and get better at everything. And if you're an Ash of War spammer, that's fine. You do you, boo-boo. I won't judge. I'll just know secretly way deep down I'm better than you at video games. And that's okay. But now we're going to run up this side. We're going to go visit Daddy Deary in a little bit. I just wanted to show you that there is more stuff over here. I thought there was a chest up there, but there's not. Man, it'd be crazy if, you know, the camera would just pick somebody for me to lock onto, and then I'd kill that one. Nice, got a couple shields to sell later. And we got a fur-calling finger remedy. So if I haven't mentioned this about that item yet, that item is your PvP item. It is one of the things you need in order to get your NP or your friends to come in and fight with you. Like, that's what allows you to see the summon signs. And then we got the steel wire torch. I believe that torch is a beast repellent, right? Let's see. Nope, just does more damage, because it's steel. Alright, so from here, gotta remember where I'm at. We want to go up top on the ladder, and then jump off the edge. And now we're pretty much back where we were. So I'm just going to run by everybody. No real reason to fight these guys again. Because we're just here to drop off that sword, or tell What's-His-Nuts that we have his sword and it's in good hands, so he can go visit his daughter, Irina. Who's definitely still 100% safe.
I'm in your debt for keeping the sword from those fallen creatures. I'm no longer bound by duty. Once I've rescued Irina, I will spend my remaining days with her. Thanks to you and devote my Irina as I only hope it remains intact.
Oh, that's right. Let's see. We'll just run. I was going to say I should just warp. I should just exit the game and come back, but we'll just run. It's not that long of a run. Why are you way back here? That was weird. Alright, so here we are. Rest at the Grace. And now the very last thing we need to do is to come back up here, Bridge of Sacrifice, and then we gotta go talk to Irina and Papa. because they're totally fine. Nothing bad happened.
Irina, how could this be? My daughter deserved better. The fault lies with me. I chose duty over my daughter's safety. And that is how fate has answered. I'll find them. The foul wretches responsible for this. I'll hunt them down and exterminate every last one of them. Rest assured, Irina, it will be done.
Aggressive. All right, well, that is everything in Weeping Peninsula. So, next episode, just to tell you what we're going to do next, we're going to go through the Siofra River, and then we're going to go into Stormvale Castle. That episode might not be a full hour and a half, 2 hours like this one, but it'll be a little bit more than an hour for sure, as I still have those 2 areas left. Oh, excuse me. Hiccups. Ugh. I got those 2 areas left, and then we are done with Limgrave and Weeping Peninsula. Oh, I also have to do first steps. That first step, or not first step, the stranded graveyard underneath. Wherever it is. Not Cave of Knowledge. Stranded graveyard. So, that'll be in the next episode. I'll probably start with the graveyard, then go into Siofra River, then go into Stormvale Castle, and that'll be probably around an hour, hour and a half. So, thank you everybody so much for watching. I am glad you can join me on my adventure to become a true Elden Lord, and I will see you in the next episode where we wrap up the early game.